to Hashem, just like we are working slowly back to Hashem. It's a process of tshuva shlema for all the world. But there's a lot of people who are running things who need to be put in place or be got rid of, whatever that means.
And this is why certain people don't want Donald Trump to become president. Because they know that if he becomes president, all those people that were in charge of doing all the crazy stupidity that went on while he wasn't in office.
And once again, we know he's not perfect as well. He's a good shliach compared to
nobody's perfect.
And that's why Ben Shapiro this time is actually even financing Trump getting elected.
Nobody's perfect.
So it is a change.
I know that Bibi gets a tremendous amount of slack.
Bibi also. They're blaming him. I phone my family in London. I phone anyone I speak to. Got to get rid of Bibi.
He's in the biggest.
Wait a minute. Why is he the scapegoat?
First of all,
Benjamin Netanyahu a scapegoat. I don't get it.
The craziest thing is
he's elected in.
He's not perfect. Nobody's
He's elected
perfect.
in by the people.
He's got his issues.
But
there's nobody else. And this is part of my problem with him, is because a true leader creates leaders to take over for them once they're done. True. He has not done that, but he's between a rock and a rock.
Yeah,
like it's not even a rock and a hard place. He's between a rock and a rock, balancing everything that he has to balance between the international pressures as well as balancing
I said to my family,
country.
Instead of listening to the media about him, go actually listen to what he says and make an objective. Like you go to Lex Freeman podcast when he interviewed him, or there's 100 interviews of him recently last year or so. Jordan Peterson's interview, Ben Shapiro's interview.
But he's a very smooth talker. He's a great orator as well.
I don't know, but you have to listen to the person more than the media's opinion, or listen to some of his opposition. But don't just take the media. The media has an agenda. We know that already.
The unfortunate truth is that there is nobody on the other side that would be able to, or even within Likud currently, that would be able to do what's necessary for this country. Yeah. I truly believe that in order for us to know, in us, when I say us, I mean Eretz Israel, the land of Israel, the Jewish people, which are supposed to shine the light upon the nations. In order for us to truly succeed, we need somebody as a prime minister who has Yirat Shamayim, right?
Some people say that the only place after Bibi is Mashiach. That's it. Mashiach ben David. That's people talk that way because they can't imagine anyone else.
But I did hear him speak the other day, and he did end his speech with saying Bezat Hashem Nenetzach. Yeah. So like he's thrown it in there.
He has his moments where he's
thrown it in there.
Mamin. And that's why we sang that song that we are B'nai Maminim. And that's really the key to our
that's what it's all about.
I get chizik from. I was saying it to people when I was driving around with different people and talking to people in the world. The tenacity of B'nai Israel, the Jewish people, we just keep going. That's a good word, the tenacity. We just don't give up.
Right.
That never giving up, that keep going.
It's amazing.
Israel, keep going to work, keep doing chesed, keep doing kindness, keep sharing this podcast. We keep doing this podcast. The Zera Shimshon's going to keep going. Our host in a few months, he might be moving on in terms of living here. We hope not. Mashiach's coming. But if he does, he still wants it to carry on. That's the tenacity. The Torah, Zera Shimshon, everything keeps going. Whatever we're doing, the just one chesed, no matter what, I'm sure it's had its up and downs over the many years. I don't know Jerry's story that well, but I'm sure it's had its up and downs.
It's never been smooth,
and it just keeps going and it's growing.
Anytime you have such
a tremendous amount of kedusha, all the different years.
But whenever you have a tremendous amount of kedusha, you have to have that.
We're singing dark for the Shabbos, but then we turned it around. We came a bit early. Everyone was in a good state of mind. We had neighbors heat up the food for the kiddush that we had at Zera Shimshon. Each thing, the kindness, and in the end, everyone stepped forward and made it an amazing Shabbos, the last Shabbos. And this Shabbos, Shabbos HaGodol, thank God we got the lights back. With this is an opportunity to really bring down a lot of kindness, a lot of good energy. We're taking the Seh, which the sheep is the god of the Mitzrayim, and we take this.
Shechten
We shechted it, but it's also an aspect of Chesed in the wrong way because they use it as a god. We're using it for Kum Pesach. And we're bringing it to Hashem. And
the same way that we shechted the Seh back then, we're going to shech
the Seh. Shabbos Gadol, by the way.
We're going to shech the Seh. Bezat Hashem soon. And with that, I think I don't know. I don't know why, but this song for some reason we were just talking about Torah and Emet. I think we need to sing Moshe Emet v'Torah Emet, and we end it with that.
He appears one time in the Haggadah. V'amina Hashem v'Moshe Avdo. It's all about Amunah. You want to increase your Amunah right now. The whole Pesach is a healing of Amunah. I spoke about it in my podcast, Unity Flow, and I'm sure Yosef is living it. The idea of, increasing our munah. So that's Moshe Rabbeinu was the one, the Minu Hashem, but Moshe Avdo. Having a munah Sachamim, a munah in our leaders to the point where we have Mashiach Sekenu. The neshama of Mashiach is Moshe Rabbeinu. That's what's brought down.
Moshe emes, Moshe emes, Moshe emes, Moshe emes, Moshe emes, Moshe emes. Hi, 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 la 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 la, la 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 la. Moshe emes, Moshe emes, Moshe emes, Moshe emes, Moshe emes, Moshe emes, Moshe emes. Hi, 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 la 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 la, la 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 la.
Happy Chag.
Chag kasher v'sameach to everybody.
Happy days, enjoy.
We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts?
Send us some of your kindness experiences.
What are your thoughts about the head of the snake?
And the chesed Hashem is doing for us.